First of all, I've decided to wear my favorite suit, and only my favorite suit, as you can see, for this video. And it consists only of a coat, of course, and a matching pair of pants. So, why am I doing this? I'll get to that later. But first of all, I want to discuss your opinion, Frank Miller's opinion, and my opinion on this whole Occupy movement shit that's been going on past month or so, maybe something like that. But I want to tell you right quick about my town. There's a movement such as this. Well, it is that movement that's been going on in my town, and it actually started about a block and a half away from me, just right down the street, under a motherfucking bridge, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. A bunch of dudes living in tents, dirty as fuck, and I was like, man, what the fuck is going on here? And it just really kind of just threw me for a fucking loop. And there's some weird shit everywhere I go where I live. But that, when I walk out the door to go to the store and see a village of tents underneath a fucking bridge, that was really... And what really blew my mind was I walked right by him and nobody asked me for money. So that really fucking threw me the fuck off. But anyway, Frank Miller, as far as I'm concerned, let's get this fucker out of the way first so we don't have to worry about that cocksucker anymore. First of all, I don't give a fuck about his comics. I don't give a fuck about Dark Knight, Sin City, or any of this other comic bullshit that he motherfucking wrote. I don't fucking care. Now, if you like it, that's cool. That is perfectly fine, because I'm here to express my own opinion, but not stomp all over someone else's. So that's fine. But as far as he's concerned about this whole movement, then he's basically, as you say, pretty much full of shit, because they're trying to protest something that just it's just not right, that shouldn't motherfucking happen. However, though, getting to my point, I disagree with some of the things that he said, and you said too, actually. Because reason being is because I don't give a fuck about an unruly mob so long as they don't make trouble for anyone else or inconvenience them in any way, shape, or form. Reasonably providing that those group of people whom they do inconvenience is harmful to them. If it's someone like myself who's just walking down the street to go to the motherfucking store, then they have no right to do that. And they didn't. As I said before, they did not ask me for any motherfucking money. So that was good. However, though, I just don't like the idea of my streets in my town being tied up with a bunch of people living in tents and looking like dirt, like something straight out of... If you've ever seen the old photos of the Great Depression and the fucking Dust Bowl that was going on back then, and people living in their shacks and shit, this is just the exact same goddamn fucking thing here in 2011. So I was like, what the fuck is going on with this shit? I mean, to me, it's pretty goddamn ridiculous, and it's pretty motherfucking sad that people have to live like this in order to get their government to cooperate with them. So now they ran them out from under that bridge, and now guess where they're camping out at? The sidewalk right in front of a federal courthouse of all fucking places. So man, how is that for some fucking irony right there? I'm telling you. But yeah, getting back to the reason I'm wearing this, what these people ought to do, instead of just like trashing up the streets with their tents and just sit. I've seen what they do. They just sit around. They just sit the fuck around and don't do shit. They just camp out and live in motherfucking tents with their dogs and all that bullshit. But anyways, about this, and I've been there myself. Another thing about our town, we got two groups of people, two primary groups. Those who live in these fucking luxury so-called condominiums, luxury multi-million fucking condominiums. Oh god damn it. If I had the money for that, I wouldn't live in no fucking condominium. God damn, I'd have my own motherfucking mansion on top of a mountain or some shit, not some goddamn condominium. I mean, fuck. I've lived in them places before. They're not all that cracked up to be. But yeah, we got those two groups. People who live in these fucking multi-million condominiums. Part-time, by the way, part-time. And the other primary group are people who eat out of trash cans. They search for food in the motherfucking trash, for God's sake. I mean, what kind of bullshit is that? I mean, that's ridiculous. I've lived that way before in my life in the past, but luckily now I've gotten to the point where I'm more toward the luxury condominium, except I'm not stupid enough to pay millions of dollars for a fucking room like I live in for practically nothing. So and so anyway, excuse me, getting back to this. The reason I wore this, these two pieces of clothing, was because, well, I got this at the time when I was living in abject poverty. I was almost, thank God I didn't get that far down, but I was almost to the point where I was having to eat out of trash cans and all that bullshit. But I got this at that time, and it cost me absolutely nothing because I'm resourceful about this. You just, there's not much to it, folks. You know, if you guys could maybe put on some more decent clothing and shit like that, and it wouldn't cost you a goddamn dime if you're fucking homeless, because all you gotta do is check out your local resources. We got rescue ministries, and we got all kind of shit. We got people for you guys to stay besides old fucking abandoned warehouses or fucking sidewalks or park benches and all that bullshit. You just gotta check out your resources. I did the same goddamn thing. I didn't abuse the privilege, though. I no longer do that because of the fact that I'm better off and don't need that. And I don't abuse the privilege because there are others, I'm sure, who need it a hell of a lot more than I do right now. But I'm just saying to all you people who want to live out in tents and stage protests against our government, I think what you guys ought to do is just use your resources, man. Find some like clothing to wear. Like, I'm not telling you to dress up in a suit or nothing like that, but just some. Well, actually, maybe you could. That would make a better statement. Just something pretty fucking stylish. Um, that and maybe then, and if you guys will just keep keep everything clean and not make a fucking big ass mess, maybe people would take you more fucking seriously. Because I support your view 100%. I don't I don't agree with this corporate bullshit. I don't agree with this corporate greed. I don't agree with how the economy has been fucked for 11 goddamn years now because these greedy motherfucking corporate dickless cocksucking assholes who just keep driving this country into the motherfucking ground. And this is why you guys are out there doing this shit in the first place. So something has got to stop. So my advice to you, go out and try it. Just find your local Salvation Army or Goodwill store and get yourself some decent clothing. And then maybe, just maybe, they'll fucking take you seriously. I mean, if they take these fucking clowns who get on TV and debate and look at how they're dressed, suit and tie, all that bullshit, and people take them seriously enough to vote them into motherfucking office and then complain about what a shitty job they're doing, that's another whole issue that's neither here nor there. That's for another time. But anyways, it wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't hurt to try. And maybe you would feel better about yourself in the process.